This is a Marcel iron, one of my favorite tools. First, make sure we unlock it because that tends to be the biggest thing. People are like, mine's not working. And you have a Marcel, you keep it unlocked and you just match up that little side there, lock it in together if you want to. Okay, so this is how we do it. Open, close. So our first two fingers go in, and then if shell side up, we rotate, shell side up. And then my index finger and my middle finger are on the barrel, and then my thumb is the movable handle, and that rotates up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And just get in the habit of doing both because it switches as you go into each curl. Have the shell up. So when I have the notes that said shell up, this is what I mean. So we have like the barrel here, and then we have the shell. And how we test to see if it's hot, we take a Sanex strip, is you just go along. So if it turns yellow, probably gonna be too hot. Mine's not turning any color, so I feel like mine's okay. Mine's like when we are working, we always have a comb in our hand. Like in between my first two fingers, just like I would a haircut. So we're gonna part like this, and then this can be sectioned off as well. So side part, two in the front, and then two horizontal in the back. This we're gonna do a bricklay, and this we're gonna do like 2 rows of pin curls going different directions, and then yeah, we'll talk about all the different type of bases that we're gonna do. We take a section the size of the rod, which is about 1 inch. So I can always double check. Yep, that looks good. I'm going to go right out of the head. I'm going to do slightly over directed. Comb, comb, comb. Put my comb in between my index and my thumb. Do 1 pass with the shell up. We open it up. So I have the handle in between my index and my middle finger. I go towards the center. So you create a 6. Open, open, open. Rotate, and then put the tail down. So see how I'm holding the tail up, and then if that's in my way, I flip that down. Open, open, open. Flip it down, and we're going to do this until the tail goes completely inside. Now I'm going to go right at her base, and to protect her base, I have my comb. I go right on there. That's a little barrier. Open, 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 and just keep going. We're all in. If I need to reform it, I reform it. And I take my double prong clip and I go right at the base and inside the center of the curl. And because this is kind of big, I'm going to do one on the other side too. I can make it smaller to make it easier on myself, but now she's sitting straight up. This is, what type of curl would you say this is based off the definitions? We're doing, this would be a volume-based curl because it's the most dramatic. We want the most volume on top. And so I go in the center with the shell up. I open it up. I go directly in the center. I take the tail. I lift up to create a 6. Open, open, open. Pull it down. Keep rotating as I go down to the base. Keep opening up. Keep going down. So it's just up, down, open, close, open, open, close, close, close. It's a lot of open, a lot of close. And it's a lot of rotating. Like right now I have the tail, like I have the end out of the curl, and I'm going to keep rotating and taking little bites, as I like to call them, until that end makes it into the center of the curl, because I don't want a fish hook. Does anybody know what a fish hook is? What's a fish hook? Yes. It's literally what it sounds. It's like the end of the hair didn't get it within the curl. And this goes for perms too. Like it didn't get in, so it kinked out and it looks like a fish hook, and that's not really what we want. We want something more smooth at the end. So the ends are very important as well. An easy way to remember how to do the curls is everything below the crest area is going to be half off base and off base curls. Everything from the crest area and above is going to be 90 degrees straight out of the head or slightly over directed, giving us volume based curls and on base curls.
To help activate the curl, I do one pass over with the shell up before I actually do a figure 6 curl. This helps smooth the cuticle down and ensures heat throughout the curl before I set it. It helps pre-warm the hair to ensure that the curls will last longer. Heating the hair up reshapes the curl, while the cool down helps set the hydrogen bonds to make the curl last all day. Meaning the cool part actually hardens the hair so it stays bouncy. We heat up the hair, pin it, let it cool completely for a long-lasting result. In the front 2 quadrants, we did directional patterns so the wave can lay the same way. But for the back, we're doing a Bricklay pattern, which means that we are staggering and alternating the rows so we create this smooth transitional effect, especially in the back. Each quadrant is taking 1 inch by 1 inch subsections in a horizontal pattern. And doing the on-base, off-base curls, we're ensuring volume. I like doing the Bricklay in the back because it ensures most volume up at the top crown area and avoids any splitting. There are so many different curl patterns that you can do. Today we're going for an old Hollywood Veronica Lake vintage style. For the pin curls, we are breaking up this nape section into 2 subsections. Like the on-base curls, we're going to be still taking a 1 inch subsection, but we're going to be wrapping the hair on a vertical section. Instead of pinning the curl into the base, we are pinning the curl flat onto the base. Pin curls started in the 1920s to help accentuate the 20s flapper bob. They originated with the wet set styling of the 1920s and evolved from the 30s to the 50s. They were the heat-free way of getting voluminous curls from the bottom of the hair. 40s, when women started having to do their hair at home, pin curls started standing more upright, turning into the barrel curl, which is the curls that we've been doing from the front 2 quadrants to the back quadrant. This helped shape the iconic look of the 1940s before hot rollers and thermal was introduced in our hair care routine.
See how I comb it out. So we're saying, but it's just flatter. And then this is where the big duckbill clips would come into play. Okay, so first things first. She's flopping.
We're going to avoid splitting and we're going to connect all the little subsections together by backcombing and teasing right there at the base. I like doing this right at the apex of the head to receive the height and the wave for the 1940s look. Although backcombing didn't come into play until the 1950s and boomed in the 60s, starting with icons like Marilyn Monroe and Liz Taylor. Backcombing and teasing should be a cushion for underneath the hair to create that volume, and now we can shape the hair in the wave that we want it to be. Using metal duckbill clips to ensure that that wave stays in place, and use lots and lots of hairspray. Just like heating the hair up and cooling it down, we're going to set it with our duckbill clips so that it stays in place while we're combing out the rest of the hair. I'm currently combing out the hair with just a vent brush, but you can use a Denman brush, you could use a boar hair bristle. Boar hair bristles are going to make the hair really, really smooth and shiny. Denman and boar hair bristle brushes are going to be true to the Hollywood and the 1940s. I backcomb in the crown area to get that nice round shape and avoid any splitting. I sculpt the shape into place.
Within the hair, and then the comb will help smooth it out. It helps you go and do lifts within the hair without like messing it up. Like say you're like, oh, it looks really good, but this, I see a little hole right here. I want it nice and bouncy. Technique called French lacing. So there's different backcombing techniques. So I get the ends nice and curly together.
And here's our finished look. If you like this video, please like, send it to a friend, comment what we should do next, and class is now dismissed.